I had a spinal fusion surgery when I was 15 because I had a pretty enormous curve in my spine. For a time, I actually had to wear a plastic brace to keep it from getting any worse, but over time, it just became such a pain that I was literally like, just give me the surgery. And when I was end of high school, they determined that it would be the time for that, and so I had to actually finish my school year a little bit early, my freshman year of high school. And it's a little hard for me to recount what it was like getting that major surgery because it was great. It was fantastic. It was a fantastic experience having this major surgery that permanently affected my body. I mean, for the obvious reason of like taking care of my long term health and stuff, that I didn't have scoliosis anymore. That's great. But actually, it gave me a lot of reassurance and a lot of self esteem to have that experience. In a way that I admit is not the best way to come across self esteem, and hey, it happens how it happens in life, right? A bunch of people in my class wrote me letters, like group letters, that they all signed together. And freshman year of high school is the prime time to just have like everybody hates me syndrome, where you just feel like people either outright dislike you for reasons that are probably concocted in your head, or they're just very apathetic toward you. And so, though I knew it was prompted by teachers, it was just reassuring to read all these messages. A lot of them felt very, very sincere, even coming from people that I wasn't sure like how they felt about me. I got to give an early speech to my class, because in my English class, she was having us do these remember me poems, or statements, I don't know exactly, something that we'd present to the class to have something for them to remember us by for the end of that year. And I gave mine, and I felt like it really struck a chord with my class. That was one of the best memories of that entire year. That was a very, very difficult year for my self-esteem overall. And also in the hospital, I mean, not only did I have some good old morphine in my arm that was making me so pleasant toward everybody, but I had people pampering me. I mean, Shriners Children's Hospital really is fantastic. They took very, very good care of me. They had a bed in my hospital room where my mom could sleep. They were tending to me just constantly. It was great. It was great to just feel that cared for, almost like you're at a spa, except for, that whole major invasive surgery that permanently changes you kind of thing. And my whole family, my whole social network in school and outside of it and everything, everybody was making videos and commenting on my Facebook and stuff like that, all just giving me reassurance that I was cared about in this world. Now, obviously, my recommendation to any of you is not go out and get major surgery. But just maybe recognize that, though it's not exactly prompted in their day-to-day to reach out and say that they appreciate you, there are probably a lot more people that appreciate you than you probably think. And you're probably a lot more heard than you actually think. It reminds me of this joke in what I think is the Bad Moms movie, where all these ladies are talking about their dirty fantasies, and one of them says, "Oh, my fantasy is to get into a car accident that puts me into the hospital for a little while. It's not super serious, but it means that I don't have to take care of the kids and I don't have to work. That's all taken care of, and people just come and feed me Jell-O and rub cream on my feet and stuff." And it's obviously silly, but it's a reflection of something bigger, that we want to be cared for in some way. And I think it's part of the reason why sometimes a sick day as a kid was exciting for us. It was the fact that we got out of our regular obligation and we just got to sit around and watch The Price is Right. Anyway, it really was a formative experience for my self-esteem, and I think I kept that feeling all throughout the rest of high school. It never really went away, that though it's not exactly spoken to each other, when we see somebody in a situation of extreme vulnerability, we do recognize all the things that we appreciated that we maybe didn't even have words for before.